Well, good morning everybody. We got a beautiful, beautiful spring day here in Alabama. Some bright sunshine coming. Going to be in the 80s today, low 80s. And we're down to our nighttime temperatures are now starting to be in the 60s. So I'm starting to move plants outside and getting ready to really start growing here. I've been working on my shade house. I've still got a day or two left of working on it. And I'll get it finished up and get my orchids back in it. And we can start really growing. I can hear frogs in the background. Lots of birds chirping. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. How's that for an amaryllis? This amaryllis is a single bulb that Jan got a couple of years back and planted it in this little spot in the garden, and it's got to be 3 feet 40 inches across and covered with dozens and dozens of blooms and so many more buds coming up. It's just incredible. And just it's huge, huge flowers on it too. Big, big flowers. You have to excuse my hands. I just got out of the hospital and I'm bruised all over the place from all the IVs and needles and poking and tests and everything. Just horrible. Everything's fine. I did well. I did really, really well. Spent 5 days in the hospital, but no surgery, so I'm very happy. Anyway, I am home and loving the garden and looking at everything. Some of the potatoes are growing beautiful, doing great, starting to bloom. Some more potatoes here, blooming beautifully, getting nice and thick. I'm trying to move everybody real slow so I don't get everybody dizzy. Onions, they're doing so good. They've gotten so big. Most of these you can barely get your hand around. Really, really excited about the harvest for this. I love growing onions. They're really intense feeders. The more food you give them, the bigger the onion you get. Incredible, just incredible. Can't wait to start harvesting these in a couple of weeks. They're starting to fall over, which is what you want. That's a sign that they're getting ready to harvest. That's a smaller one. I'll take that any day, any day. Lilies are starting to bloom. This gorgeous little plant is native to Alabama. It's called Indian pink. Gets a beautiful, beautiful bloom on it. Attracts a lot of pollinators and hummingbirds and stuff. Very, very beautiful plant. Mr. Jackson brought me that years ago. Got some garlic, it's getting ready to harvest, getting real close, and some more potatoes. I'm trying to move everybody slowly and not get you dizzy and keep myself from getting dizzy at the same time. This is the Hoya. Jan got a Hoya and a lipstick plant a couple of weeks back, and everybody's asked about it. This is Hoya Wayeti, I think. I hope I'm saying that right, probably not. But it's out here getting some morning sun, and as it gets brighter and brighter out here, and I don't want to get direct sun on it, I'll put it into the under the overhang of the house, and it gets a lot of indirect light that way. A couple of Phalaenopsis hanging down there on pieces of wood. And then her lipstick plant. This is what they call a mini variegated lipstick plant. It's not as dark a green as the other lipstick plant varieties, and doesn't get quite as large a flower, but that's what Jan wanted, and that makes her happy. And it's growing profusely. Tons of new growth coming out. Just tons and tons of new shoots. Same with that Hoya too. Just lots and lots and lots and lots of new growth. All this is all new growth over the last several weeks. It just continues to put out new growth and new shoots. And here's the first orchid I'll show you, of several I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. But this is Encyclia Rio Clarence, times Encyclia Ruffum. Look at the shoots on it. Really seems to be happy. It's planted in a cedar basket with some lava rock and a little bit of cedar pieces mixed in with it. And lots of new growth coming out, lots and lots of roots. I've got it strapped down. I'll get rid of all the green strapping here after it gets anchored in there real well. But it seems to be very happy. Those growths are getting bigger by the day, starting to shoot up. Couldn't be happier. I'm going to move everybody, like I said, slow. Hostas are doing great. I don't want to get y'all dizzy or make myself dizzy. Excuse the messy patio. We had a good storm the other night. But this is the orchids are sitting here on this little table outside under the overhang. They're getting light, but it's mainly indirect light. But I wanted to show you a few today. This is another Encyclia real clearance, same type that I just showed you. Look at the root growth, doing wonderful. Really seems to love that lava rock and that cedar. It's got a new shoot on the side there poking out. Seems to be doing really, really well. Seems to be happy. A little variegated Phalaenopsis with beautiful, beautiful bloom on it. This one just got planted a few days ago in some lava rock. This is that little white Phalaenopsis that I have. I just wanted to show you the roots coming off on this thing. Incredible, incredible roots poking out, going down into that pea gravel. Seems to be very happy in its new home. The blooms have fallen off, but we're not cutting spikes. We're going to leave those on there. It's got 3 spikes, and the idea is to keep these going and get them to start rebudding when it's time to flower again. We want to keep that plant happy enough to keep all of those spikes. This particular phal, when I got this at the store, Trader Joe's, it was, I bought it because of the blooms. I really love the blooms. When I took it out of the peat plug it was growing in, it had a really nice set of roots. It's now planted in lava rock, a little bit of moss starting on top of it. But I just really love the deep yellow flower with the red lip and the white center. Just a gorgeous flower. We should start seeing some root activity on that one pretty soon. This is Epi Pixie Charm, also planted in cedar cubes and some lava rock. It's got a nice new growth coming out on it. And look at how it loves that cedar. Crawls all over that cedar. Just loves it. This little phal is probably my... I love the bloom on it, and that's why I bought it, for the color of the bloom and everything. I didn't realize until I got it home that it had a horrible set of roots on it, and it's got 2 keikis coming up on the bottom of it. So we want to see if we can keep this one alive. It's got such a gorgeous bloom. Nice short compact grower it looks like. It's planted in lava rock also. We'll see how well it does. Need to get some roots growing on that one. This is BCL David Matusa Paradise. Lots of new growth on it. A couple of new shoots coming out. There's another one around the other side, yeah. But roots, 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 roots. Love those roots. This one is POT. I'll just show you the tag. Dick Smith Tom Chelsea Award Paradise. It's not so much the tag that's impressive as it is the root growth and the 2 big canes coming up. Beautiful, beautiful roots coming out. Loves that calcium. Loving that calcium. This is that little Dendrobium Green Flash. Doing just great. This is the new growth that it's been growing for the past several weeks. This has come out to be three leaves versus 2 on all the others. But again, look at the growth. Look at the root growth coming out on it. Doing wonderful, just wonderful. And I don't know if you can see it, but even little root tips coming out on this old chopped off root. You can see the new root tips coming out right there. Really, really good. Let me move a few around. This is another little Dendrobium nobile, My Sweet Wink it's called. But look at the root growth. Loves that pea gravel. River rock. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. Got another new cane coming up over there. This one has 3 growths coming out on it. Another one back there on the back side you can see. Doing great. Absolutely just really happy little plant. Holding on to all its leaves again now. It was turning yellow when I first got it and dropping leaves. Let me reach back here and get this cat. This is Cattleya Chief Rainbow. I'm going to set this down so I can hold it steady. It's doing phenomenal. Look at the root growth. Just crawling out all over that lava rock. And it's got 1, 2, 3 new canes coming up. Very excited about that. Very, very excited. But the root growth, it just shows you how much that proper nutrition and a good environment, what it does, how well the plants respond. It's only been planted in this rock for maybe 30 days. If you stand back and look at this, one thing I wanted to show you. See how these leaves are twisted? They're curled. See how they're twisted and curled? Twisted and curled, misshapen like that. See how they're twisted and curled? That's not from lack of water. It's from calcium deficiency in the past as it was growing. It causes that twisting of the leaves like that. I'm sure when it gets new growths and stuff, you know, it'll look much, much better, but just wanted to point that out. You see the twisting? That's a good sign of calcium deficiency. This was a bag baby, and I'm sure it didn't get the best care in the world prior to getting stuffed into a plastic bag and sent to a big box store. So that mounted Phalaenopsis is doing great, and it has some new roots that are starting to crawl out and poke around the edge of the wood there, coming out of the center. Brand new green root tips, so really, really happy about that one. It's got such a beautiful bloom on it, and I'm starting to notice it's been sitting out here for a day or so, and in the evenings I'm starting to notice the fragrance coming out of it a little bit. I wasn't expecting that, and remember a week or so back I showed you the branching that was starting on the stems. See, that's proof right there. There's that branch. Look how long that branch has gotten now, and it's starting to produce flower buds on it. And the original flower bud is starting to extend out as well. And there's another one starting down there. I showed these in a previous video, I don't know, a week and a half ago. But go back and look, and you can see the difference in growth right there. Tremendous. Sorry. I'm still having to get used to holding the camera and stuff all over again. This is BL Yellowbird, but look at the root growth on that plant. Absolutely phenomenal. And that new shoot that's coming up right there that I've got tied up, it's as big as the rest of them now and doing great. Very, very happy with that. I've got 2 nodoses. You can see one here and one over here. They're going to be mounted together, so I have a little bit bigger plant to begin with, and I'll show that when I get my piece of wood picked out and ready for it. Just one little step at a time. This back here is Maple Candu. But look at the new growth and all the roots on it. Loves that lava rock. Seems to be loving the feed that it's getting. Very happy plant. We'll set this one to the side too. Anyway, that's the crew. They're coming along. They're doing well. I expect some really big growth. My orchid house I've been working on for the past, well, I was working on it until I ended up in the hospital. But finished it up, almost finished it up yesterday. I've just got to put a few more slats on, and then I'm going to roll it outside, and we'll get to really start growing. And then the next project is getting my canopy back up out here, getting my framework back up, and getting the shade cloth back on, and get these guys out where they can really start enjoying some sunshine and really start growing. And at that point, I'll be a little more interested in getting more orchids because I'll have a better place for them instead of some wire shelves sitting in front of a window. So hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for all those wonderful comments, the thoughts, the prayers, and especially thank you for those great questions. I love answering questions. People ask the questions in the comments, and I love to answer the questions. I hope I answer them because I hope it's helping somebody. I think it's important for all the channels. If you can answer questions, answer questions. One thing I would like to add here before I get off is Paula called the other day from Hillbilly Orchids, and she did a little interview, and we answered some questions on the phone about nutrients and about Phalaenopsis and a few things. And I think it's something that she's going to be doing on a regular basis. At least I hope she is. She's great at it. She has a wealth of information to give, and I was really honored to be her first interview. And please go to her channel when she announces that it's going to be there, and watch it, and listen to Rick L talking about orchids with Paula from Hillbilly Orchids. And I hope you enjoy it. One other person I'd like you guys to go look at is, and I'm going to mention channels all the time, is Ed's Orchids. Ed is one of the kindest and best growers that I know on YouTube. Remarkable gentleman in the UK. And he's been doing the lava rock method. He started doing it about a month ago, and he picked out some of his worst plants to put in lava rock. I think plants that were on their way out, and he figured, I've got nothing to lose, I'll try it. But I want you to go back, go look at his channel and look at the progression of, he's getting the same response. Big shoots coming out, root growth coming out, and they're responding to growing in lava rock and inert medias and stuff. And he's pumping that calcium and fish or kelp and seaweed, he's pumping that to them, and they seem to be responding really well. Calcium nitrate, etc. Go watch his videos. He's a terrific grower, terrific gentleman, and honored to call him a dear friend. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for everything. Thanks again for all those comments and all that you do for me. And we'll talk again soon. Have a great day, everybody.